Hi there. Hope you have a fantastic day. This lesson, I will go through 2024 HSC paper with you. Of course, there's the PDF file versions on the description below for you to download so you can work with me. Otherwise, let's go straight into it. First one. So to work out x squared, we simply just put this on a calculator. So that is negative 2.531 square, and don't forget to bracket it. Okay, so just go bracket negative 2.531 close brackets square. So there you go, 6.405, correct to 2 decimal place. The number after 0 is 5. So therefore, halfway onward, we need to add 1 to 0. So the answer should be 6.41. So 6.41. So the answer is D. There you go. Question number 2. So first of all, we know that the y-intercept is positive because it's above the x-axis. So therefore, the answer should be A or C. So therefore, B and D are wrong anyway. And we know that the gradient is negative because if a line goes like this, we have a negative gradient. We have a line go like this, will give us positive gradient. So at the moment, M is negative. So that means we have negative gradient. So therefore, the answer should be C. So that is the answer. So C is the correct answer. Question number 3. Shoppers are invited to complete an online survey. What type of sampling is this? So therefore, it's invited shopper to complete a survey. So that means they have choices, right? So therefore, we call self-selecting. Okay, so the shopper can have a choose either do a survey or not. Okay, so self-selecting. Question number 4. So we know that vertices will be used to indicate each region. So let me just highlight this first. So this for sharing each region. And edges will be used to represent the border shared between two regions. So keep that in mind. So this means that we just draw a network for this first. So forest share between mountains and swamp. And mountain is shared between woods and desert. And swamp is shared between mountains as well. Okay, keep that in mind. And woods share between desert. And desert share between coast. And that's it. So therefore, the question is this. How many edges will be in the network diagram? So let's count it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the answer should be 7. So the answer should be B. There you go. Question number 5. In which subject did Pia perform best in comparison with the rest of Year 10? So to work this out, we just need to work out the Z-score for each subject. So the greater Z-score, the better it is in terms of performance, okay? So for English, if you look at this, so the mean of the Year 10 is 60. And this is Pia score. So we just need to work out the Z-score. So you can see if we add 6 to the average, so we get 72. Add another 6, 78, correct? So the Z-score is equal to 2. So that's her Z-score in English. But then we know that for mathematics, the average or the means for the Year 10 is 71. So if you add 1 standard deviation to this, will give us 81. So obviously, Pia score is only 80. So just one standard deviations above, just below one standard deviations above the mean. So therefore, this means that her English is better than maths. So keep that in mind. And for science, so if we add one standard deviation toward the means, so that will be 85 marks, right? So then science peers only have 88 marks. So therefore, English still the best. So there you go. And for history, so if we add 9 to this, one standard deviations, add to the average, will give us 81. And just a little bit more, that is peer score. So therefore, for history, peer score is just one and a little bit standard deviations above the mean. So therefore, English is still the best. So the Z score for English is the largest in here. So therefore, English is the best performance. So there you go. Question number 6. So this is a right angle triangle. So that means we have adjacent here and we have hypotenuse here, because hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle. So remember 3 magic words. So, ka, toi. And we have A and H. So we use this. So this means cos of 40 is equal adjacent, that is x, over hypotenuse 20. So to solve for x, which is times 20 on both sides. So which is times 20 with times 20. So x is 20 cos 40. So 20 cos 40, that is A. So there you go. Question number 7. 3 years ago, the price of a uniform was $180. And we know that the inflation rate is 2.5% per annum. And we need to work out the price of the uniform now. So in another word, is future value if you wish. So we know that the future value is equal to the present value 1 plus r power of n if you wish, because 3 years ago $180. So therefore now the price must be higher. Okay, so that will give us 180 bracket 1 plus 2.5%. So 2.5% mean per 100 power of number of n is years. That was 3 years ago. So that means now would be 3 years. N is 3. So that is, so just go 180 brackets 1 plus 2.5 over 100. And then with power of 3. So there you go, $193.84, corrected 2 decimal places, because we're dealing with money. So the answer should be D. There you go. Question number 8. A bill for servicing a car is made up of $242 for parts, which includes GST. Okay, that is 10%. So that is already including GST. Whereas $100 for labor is not including GST. And the question is, we need to work out the total amount of GST. Okay, that's the customer has to pay. So we just work out the GST for $242 first. So that means 110% is already including GST. So that is 242. So let me work out 1% first, and then I work out 10%. Okay, so I just go 242 we divided by 110. So that is 2.2. That is $2.20 if you wish. Therefore 10%, that is GST. So for me to here, I divide this by 110. So I do the same thing on here. And this one I times 10%, that is times 10. So that is from here to here, I times 10. So that means 22.00 if you wish. So that is $22 for parts. Okay, that's is the GST. Now we need to work out the GST for labor. So that means $100 is 100%. So therefore 10% GST. So just go 100, we times 10% because we need to pay 10% GST. So that will give me 10. These two cancel, these two cancel with 10. Otherwise, you can just put on a calculator. So that is $10, we add another 22. So $10, we add 22. That will give us $32. So the answer should be C. There you go. Question number 9. The time taken to paint a school varies inversely with the number of painters complete the task. So we know that varies inversely. So that means T is the time is equal to K over the number of painters, so which is N we do. And we know that when N is 6, the time is 20 days. So that means we can use this to find the value of K first. So that is 20 is equal to K over number of painters. That is 6. So if I times 6 on both sides, so I times 6 here and I times 6, these cancel out. So that is 120. K is 120. So keep that in mind. So therefore, we know that, let me write here, okay? So T equal 120 over N. Now N is 15. So that means T is equal to 120 divided by 15. So just go 120, we divided by 15. So that is 8. So the answer should be B. There you go. Question number 10. So we need to make P as a subject. So the way to do this is we just get rid of the fraction first. So what I do, I times this by 2, I times this by 2, I times this by 2. So that means 2 times S is 2S. 2 times WT, so 2WT. We add that, cancel out, give me P. So we will need to solve for P. So we just move this on that side. So that means 2S minus 2WT is P. So in another word, P is 2S minus 2WT. So 2S minus 2WT. So that should be D. There you go. Question number 7. So we need to work out the average speed of this train, okay, in kilometers per hour. So we know that the speed S is distance over time. Now, if you're not sure, see, kilometers over hour. So that means distance over time, okay? So we work out the time first. So from 6:42 a.m. to 8:04 a.m. That is the traveling time. So we just go 8:04 minus 6:42. So just go 8 hours and 4 minutes, which is minus 6 hours 42 minutes. So there you go. That is the time, and the distance is 61 kilometers. So let me just write this down. 1 hour and 22 minutes. So that is 61 kilometers over 1 hour and 22 minutes. That is, so just go 61, we divided by the answer. So there you go, but we don't want time, we want distance, right? So we just press the DMS button, the bubble button if you wish. 44.63 kilometers per hour. So this one here is round up to whole number, so it should be 45. So the answer should be B. There you go. Question number 12. The two-way table shows the response collected. The question is approximately what percentage of the over 30 years olds watch anime? So that means we only focus on over 30 years old. This row here. Okay, keep that in mind. And then we want to work out the percentage that watch anime. So that is watch animes here. So that is 34. So 34 over 157. So 34 over 157. But then we want in terms of percentage. So which is times 100%. So that should give us, so just go 34, we divide by 157 times 100. So there you go, 21.65, correct to whole number, so 22%. So that is C. There you go. Question number 13. Joyce takes out a loan of $9,000. Simple interest is charged on the loan. Calculate the interest charge will be repaid, making monthly repayments of $300 over 4 years. So we know that the simple interest is I equal P R N. Keep that in mind. But then we need to work out the interest first. So we know the interest is equal to the total amount that Josie had to pay minus the amount that he's borrowed. So I can just write it on here. So that is, the interest is $30 each month that he has to pay for 4 years. So for 1 year, we times 12 because 12 months in a year. And for 4 years, we times 4. That is how much Josie has to pay. But then to work out the interest, which is minus 9,000. So that is equal to, so just go 300 times 12 times 4 minus 9,000. $5,400. So 5,400. So that I, okay, so I just write I is 5,400 is equal to P. P is the principal amount of money that he's borrowed. That is 9,000. And we times by the interest rate, which is, we need to work it out. N is number of years. In this case is 4. So let me just clear this first. So now I just need to divide this by 9,000 times 4. So we divide this by 9,000 times 4. So this cancel out with this, okay? So that is R is equal to, so just go answer over 9,000 times 4. So that give me SD button 0.15. So 0.15. But we want in terms of percentage, we times 100. So that give us 15%. So the answer should be A. There you go. Question number 14. So we know that this is the cost to make a pizza. And R is the revenue. And we know that profit is equal to revenues minus the cost. So that is profit is equal to revenue, that is AX, minus the cost. So the cost is more than one term. So we need to open and close brackets. 2.5 x plus 6. So if I remove the brackets, so that should give me 8x minus 2.5x minus 6. So these are like terms. So that should give me 8 minus 3, give me 5. So we add 0.5, so 5.5. Otherwise, you can just put on a calculator 8 minus 2.5 should give you 5.5, and then minus 6. So this is the gradient. Correct? So in another word, every pizza that he sold, he made $5.50. Correct? So that means he's increased $5.50 every pizza that he sold. So that should be 5.5. That is $5.50. So the answer should be B. There you go. Question number 15. Which of these histograms is not possible for the given box plot? So by looking at the histograms, so they're all symmetrical, right? And we look at the box and whisker plot, that it is symmetrical as well. So we can't eliminate any one of these out. So, but if we look at the histogram, the box plot further, so this is minimum, and this is maximum, and this is Q1, this is Q2, the median, this is Q3. Okay, and we know that Q2 minus Q3 is same as Q2 minus Q1. So let me just write this down. Okay, so Q3 minus Q2 is equal to Q2 minus Q1, because the gap are the same. And we also know that the maximum score, we minus Q3 is the same as Q1 minus the minimum, because they're same gap. Okay, keep that in mind. And please take note, we know that the Q3 minus Q2 is larger than the maximum minus the Q3, or Q1 minus the minimum. Okay, keep that in mind for me for now. So now what we do, we can just work out the interquartile range, or the minimum minus Q3 and so on. So we just compare. Okay, so let me just work this out. Let's say that we have a score here. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we need to work out this. So let me just list the score out. 1 has a frequency of 2. So let me write this down. 1, 1. 2 has a frequency of 3. So 2, 2, 2. 3 has a frequency of 2. So 3, 3. And 4, 4. 5, 5. And 6, 6, 6. Then we have 7, 7. So therefore, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So therefore, the median is 4. Okay, so let me just write this. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So therefore, Q3 is 6. And then we have Q1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 2. Q1 is 2. And the minimum is 1. So there you go. The maximum is 7. So this give me 1, because maximum minus Q3 is 1. Q3 minus Q2 give me 2. And Q2 minus Q1 give me 2. And Q1 minus minimum give me 1. So therefore, this reflecting on the box and whisker plot. So that means, so this A is reflecting on the box and whisker plot. So let me clear this first. And then now for B, because we need to find the histogram that not reflecting on the box and whisker plot. Okay, keep that in mind. So this one here, same rule apply. So we just say we have a score here. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1 has a frequency of 3. So 1, 1, 1. 2 has a frequency of 2. 3 has a frequency of 1. 4 has a frequency of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7. So there you go. We just need to work out the median first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So median is here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the median is 6. And the upper quartile is 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So therefore Q1 is 4. Let me just write this down. See if it's reflecting on this. So that means minimum is 1, maximum is 7. And then we have the lower quartile is 2, median is 4, upper quartile is 6. So 7 minus 6, it gives me 1. 6 minus 2, the gap is 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. So this histogram is reflecting on the box plot. So this is also reflecting on that. So let me just clear this. Then we try this one. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this means that 1, we have the frequency of 2. So 1, 1. 2 has a frequency of 4. So 2, 2, 2, 2. 3 have a frequency of 2, 3, 3. 4 have frequency of 0. We ignore that. 5 have a frequency of 2. 6 has a frequency of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 has a frequency of 2. Now we just need to work out 5-point summary for this. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that means the median is 5 plus 3, and we divide by 2, give me 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means the Q3 is 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So Q2 is 2. So let me write this down. 2, 4, 6, right? So this is 2. This is 4. This is 6. Minimum is 1. Maximum is 7. 7 minus 6 is 1. And 6 minus 4 is 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. And 2 minus 1 is 1. So this is actually reflecting on the box and whisker plots as well. Okay, so let me clear this. So the answer should be D, because they're all reflecting on the box plot. So let's just try D. Okay, so we know the answer should be D anyway, but let's try it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now we know that 1 has a frequency of 1. So let me just write on here. Okay, 1, 2 has a frequency of 2. 3 has a frequency of 4. And 4 has a frequency of 2. And then 5 has a frequency of 4. 6 has a frequency of 2. And then we have 7. So now just find the 5-point summary for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So therefore the median is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the median is for this is 5. That would give us a Q3. And for Q2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 3 here. So Q1 is 3. Q2 is 4. Q5 and Q3 is 5. So let me just write this down. So this is 3, 4, 5. This is 7. This is 1. And maximum minus Q3, that give me 2. Because 7 minus 5 is 2. And 3 minus 1 is 2 here. 4 minus 3 is 1. 5 minus 4 is 1. So therefore, the histogram here for part D, does not reflect on the box and whisker plot because this gap here is much larger than this gap, right? So it should be 2 and 1, not 1 and 2, because this gap here we have only 1 if you wish, and this is 2. So therefore it cannot be. Okay, the gap that is the Q3 minus Q2 much larger than maximum minus Q3. Same with this one here. This one is only 1, but whereas this one here, Q1 minus Q2 should be smaller than Q2 minus Q1. So therefore, remember, if this is 2, 1, 2, 1, that would be correct, right? Reflecting on the box and whisker plot. But at the moment, it's not. Okay, so this gap here is larger than this gap. It should be. So therefore, it's not reflecting. Okay, so the answer should be D. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.